Okay, there we go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Monday Night Wellness Stories. Delighted to have you all on. I'm Sherry Danzig, and tonight what you're going to hear is, I think, the very best part of Niken, which is the stories that real people have experienced using our amazing technologies. So we're not here to explain the products. There's other Zooms you can connect on that will tell more about what the products are. This is simply about an individual that's had a great story, whether it's, having more relief, better relief, more energy, more vibrancy, whatever it is. So we're going to kick it off. I'm actually going to have Gloria, why don't you start? And then we'll have my mom, who it says Sherry Danzig, but that's actually not me. That's my mom, Margie. She's going to share a story too. I invited her. We're going to have David's going to share a story, and Laverne's going to share a story. So if you're not speaking, I'll have you mute if you don't mind. And Gloria, if you'll please kick it off and share a story you've got for us.
Oh, I'd be happy to. This happened just yesterday. I was having a little wellness home tour, and I had some people come in and just look at everything that I have with the wellness home and how we've lived for so many years well. And this one woman came in. She's a new consultant. She wanted to learn more. She wanted to see some of the demonstrations, and she had her 3 children with her. And delightful kids, 11, 9 and 8, I think they are. I'm just sweet kids. Well, the oldest girl was wearing the Powerband, and I asked her why, and she said, "Mom said I could." That was it. Mom got it when she signed up, and she gave it to the child who she thought would need it. And when the daughter walked out of the room, the mom said to me, "Come to think of it, that girl is always cold. She's always grabbing a sweatshirt. And I live in Florida, and we don't need sweatshirts very often." And so I said, "Not even these past couple of mornings when it's been in the low 50s? And she said, no, she has not reached. So this lovely balancing act that the products do, that was just a little surprise for the mom as she's starting to explore Niken.
I love it. Out of the mouth of babes, you hear, we always get the simple truth from their experiences. So thanks, Gloria. That's awesome. I think we'll probably continue hearing more stories from that family. Okay, I'm going to introduce my 90-year-old mom, Margie Barenhout. Mom, you're going to share a story. You just told me the other day about wearing the wrist wrap. My mom, actually, she was my first silver in my business. So that's a leadership level if you're listening and don't know what silver means. And her first wrist wraps were white, and they got a little dirty, so she doesn't wear those out.
Yeah, I normally wear, when I go out, I either wear the black wristband or this pretty bracelet, which has the magnets in each one of the stones. And when I want to dress up, I don't wear the wristband. I put this on instead. And here, I'll put it on.
So just share with us, Mom, what your experience has been, because you said, why do you wear the bracelet, or why do you wear the band?
All right, when I'm at home, I just wear the band, and I save this pretty bracelet for when I go out. But when I had a fall a while back, and I broke a whole bunch of bones in my body, and in my wrist, all the bones have healed, but in my wrist, the bones healed in the wrong place. Mm-hmm. And if I just leave it bare, it starts to hurt. And so as soon as I put on the wristband, or as I say, going out, I wear the bracelet, it doesn't hurt anymore. So
so there you
go. I don't go anywhere without one or the other.
There you go. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. When you wear it, you don't hurt. When you do, you do hurt. So there you go. Thanks, Mom. That's awesome. All right. So, David, if you'll share a story, please, if you'll unmute.
There we go.
There you go.
Uh, the magnetic insoles are one of my favorite products because they really gave me balance when I was running and gave me balance to be able to run a marathon. But of course, all our products are favorite depending on what we're talking about. Back when I was a cop reporter, I would go and sit sometimes and talk with the police chief's secretary. And she was always upbeat, even though she was in the police headquarters. And she had a fine little office with a bunch of little stuffed pigs all over everywhere, like the pig theme. But one day when I went, she was really, sort of downtrodden, and I talked to her about what was going on, and she shared that she was losing her ability to walk, and she had gone to different doctors and chiropractors, and nobody could find a symptom or any way to diagnose that she could not walk. And then she almost started to cry because she cared for an invalid husband that was upstairs in her house, and she just did not know what she was going to have to do. So I told her, well, I don't know if these will work, but I will loan you some mag steps. They help me, and they're just real simple. You put them in your shoes and we'll see what happens. And about 2 days later, she was thrilled because whatever was going on, and we don't know, she recovered her ability to walk and to sort of keep her life in balance. So it sort of averted a disaster that she didn't know how she was going to handle. And she never did anything else, but we were just both pleased that such a fine woman who had other problems to deal with could keep her ability to walk.
Mm. That's not a small thing.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Great. Thanks for sharing, David. Okay, Laverne, I'm going to ask you to unmute. Laverne is a new friend that lives in St. Louis. I just came back today from St. Louis working with a fabulous dream team there. And Laverne was over at Shirley Artis's house. Shirley opens her house and she does regular wellness events. And so I was there to do a presentation yesterday, and Laverne stole the show. It was awesome. She shared we asked her to talk about her experience with the Air wellness system, Kinko Air, and I want you to share. You've shared it before, but now you've got the Powerband, and you heard about the water, so now you've got things. She had a list of the things that she is ordering and what she's telling her husband to order for Christmas. So these products make amazing gifts for the holidays. Not only are they the gifts that people will really appreciate, but they'll be using them for years and decades in the future. So Laverne, please share your story.
Hello, everyone. I have asthma, rheumatoid arthritis, but I was at a point where I could hardly get my breath, and I had issues with my vocal cords, and I was invited to Shirley's home a while back because I've been over there a second time now. But it was the first time I was introduced to the Nikan products. And it was on a Sunday. I had been at church, and I had had an episode at church where I had to sit down and catch my breath, use my inhaler. And Shirley's event was that evening. And I went, took a friend. When I got to the top of Shirley's stairs, there was a gush of fresh air. I could feel it, and my breathing corrected before I got to the bottom of the stairs. My eyes went straight to the purifier that was sitting in the corner, and I knew it was that purifier why I was able to breathe. So I sat next to it, and Sherry told everything but telling me about that purifier But Debbie came over, one of Shirley's friends, and she explained to me everything about the purifier. I was sold right there. Sherry was selling everything else, but I was sold on the purifier. So I purchased my first purifier for upstairs. I had a doctor's appointment prior with my rheumatologist. Why I was so quick to buy the purifier, because I asked her, Dr. Song, why is it that when I'm out of the country or I'm in another state, I can breathe, I don't have to use my inhaler, I don't ache? And she immediately said, because those other countries and the other states you visited, the air was pure. And, duh, I thought, well, I've got to purify the air in my home. And that's what I have done. I have a purifier upstairs and I have a purifier downstairs. And I shared with the rheumatologist, I say, I have made a bubble out of my home. I feel comfortable, like now I'm in my home and I don't need my inhaler. I don't have to take a nasal spray. My lungs are clear. It have cleared up where to the point they were getting ready to shoot Botox in my vocal cords. I haven't had to have that done. And I'm sure you all can hear me talk. I might sound a little hoarse, but there was a time I was like that and you wouldn't have been able to understand me. But thank God you can hear me now. And I thank him for allowing me to find out about this purifier. You can't go wrong getting it. The air is very important for our health. I am proof of that. And I went to therapy today away from my bubble home. And when I got home, I was huffing and puffing and couldn't wait to get inside where the pure air was. And sure enough, I calmed down. I'm breathing fine. But when I go into the elements, I take my emergency inhaler and other things. That's proof that the air outside is not good for you all the time, unless you live in one of the states or one of the countries where the air is pure than here. I know St. Louis is one of the worst air places you can go to. And unfortunately, I live here. And unfortunately, even back when I got married, all the way back in 1972, I lost one of my bridesmaids, not bridesmaids, one of my flower girls was a little girl. She was a twin. She had asthma real bad. And they had been told to get her to Arizona, but they didn't get her there in enough time. I just thought that little girl's life may have been spared if they had a purifier in their home. Mm. And she died like a week after she was at my wedding. Mm. So I think all the way back to incidents like that, and I'm grateful and thankful for the Nikon product now, and I found out about it, and I can live a life of breathing without worrying about not breathing. Once you have experienced respiratory issues, you'll understand. But before you get to that, I would advise that you make your home a bubble with the purifiers. And this, I call this the Cadillac of the purifiers, because there are all kind of little purifiers out there that I have been exposed to, but nothing like what this Nikon. I felt it before I got down Shirley's stairs, the gush of fresh air. And I did not want to let that go. And now I'm convinced about the waterfall because I can tell the difference in the taste of the water. And the water, I've always drank lots of water because of conditions I have, but I can tell the difference in this water that has been filtered through this waterfall. It's so I'm excited about that. I'm ordering my first waterfall, and I have the bracelet too. Someone was sharing with her, and that helps with uh my throat aches and pains, um, lymphedema. So these products are good. We spend money on a lot of different things, but it would behoove us to invest in something that will help our lives to live longer and better, healthy lives. So
Thank you, Laverne.
that's my story.
That's an awesome story. You can see why she stole the show yesterday at the presentation, because you're so passionate, and we love that you're getting such great results and inviting other people to learn more about it. So thank you so much. Thanks everybody for being here, for sharing your stories. We're here every Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. Come bring guests, and you'll hear more delightful, excited stories about these unbelievable products. So thanks and have a great night.